Well, it's Wednesday, and we made it to the midway point of the week, and I hope that you are excited to go out and represent the Lord. Here's a little something to help you with that this morning. Mark chapter number 2. Mark chapter number 2, we're going to come up to a situation in Jesus' ministry that is pretty well known, I guess, in most circles. It's when Jesus heals the man that was paralyzed because of the faith and effort of some good friends. Really, what it comes down to is how far are you willing to go to see your friends have an opportunity to know and be saved by the Lord Jesus Christ. And so, Mark chapter number 2, verse number 3, it says, "And they come unto him, bringing one sick of the palsy, which was born of four." So these four buddies, maybe there's more, but it took four corners of the bed to get this guy there. And Jesus was in a house that was completely full, no way to get in. There was a crowd outside, there was a crowd inside, and these guys come. And verse number 4 says, "And when they could not come nigh unto him for the press, they uncovered the roof where he was, and when they had broken it up, they let down the bed wherein the sick of the palsy lay." And so I can imagine this. First of all, the guy's like, "What are you guys doing? Let go of my bed. Where are you taking me? It's humiliating to be drug out of my bed. I don't want people to see me like this." And imagine the violations of customs, and then not to mention the fact that they're about ready to tear a hole in a roof and lower him down. I mean, there was some thought put into this on how they were going to get him in front of Jesus once they realized they couldn't get into the room. And so I'm thinking, wow, there's quite a bit of detail here. He goes on and said, "When Jesus saw their faith, he said unto the sick of the palsy, Son, thy sins be forgiven thee." And there were certain of the scribes sitting there and reasoning in their hearts, "Why doth this man speak blasphemies? Who can forgive sins but God alone?" And immediately when Jesus perceived in his spirit that they reasoned within themselves, he said unto them, "Why reason ye these things in your hearts? And whether it is easier to say to the sick of the palsy, Thy sins be forgiven thee, or to say, Arise, take up thy bed, and walk. But that ye may know that the Son of Man hath power on earth to forgive sins, he saith to the sick of the palsy, I say unto thee, Arise, and take up thy bed, and go thy way into thine house." And immediately he arose and took up a bed and went forth before them all, insomuch that they were all amazed and glorified God, saying, "We never saw it on this fashion." And I recognize that I'm not telling you that we need to go to the lengths of kicking down someone's door or tearing a hole in their roof or doing something very illegal to make it happen. But I am saying is that in our day, it's really just a matter of, instead of there being crowds in the way, there's crowds in our hearts. We're too busy living our own lives to care about the eternal fate of the one next to us. And so I wonder what lengths we would go to, what things we would give up to make sure that those around us knew the Lord Jesus. What kind of things would we allow to hinder our day so that people would know Jesus? And see, that's really what was at play here. These four guys, at least four guys, said, "You know what, my buddy has been laying here like this for so long, and if I could just get them in front of Jesus, their lives would be changed." And I wonder what it's going to take to get us passionate enough to open our mouths. See, think about it. All we have to do now is open our mouths, or get them to the church where someone could open their mouths and tell them the story of Jesus so that they can put their trust and faith in him and be saved. And I wonder what it's going to take today. Maybe you're going to bump into that person today. Maybe you're going to cross paths with them. Are you ready to do what it takes for them to get in front of Jesus? Because they're not necessarily a paralytic or a sick of the palsy. They have a spiritual palsy and paralysis that is going to keep them from seeing Jesus in eternity. And you have the answer that they need. To what lengths will you go to see people know the Lord Jesus? It's our mission. It's our purpose. And I hope that you are about that today. And think about it. Just push aside the things that are in the way. I hope that helps you. Have a great day.